everybody, I think we're live. I was trying to sort out a link for you because I know a lot of you said, can we please have a link sent out and then you can use that, but I'm still having trouble with that with the software that I use for my cameras. But hopefully you can all find me here. I'm going to give you all a minute or so just to join in. I hope you've got a nice drink. I've got some demos for you and I've got some fab Manning Monday offers as usual. Oh, here you are joining. Hi Karen, hi Tracy, hi Nola. Just wait to see if a few others join because they'll get the little ping then. Hi Kathy, hi Steph. Oh, here we go. Tash, Hazel. How are we all? I feel like all I've done is moan about my joints. So how are you guys? Hi Gemma, hi Liz, hi Sheila, Valerie, Sue. How is your Monday going? Ah, you found me, Roxy. Hi Joe, hi Margaret. So, a bit of a story behind today's live. What I'm going to show you today, the demo that I was going to do was still the same. But I didn't expect to have something new available for you. And I have. It's turned up on time, part of it, and then the other part, really exciting because we're going to make it ourselves. Oh, Dino's here. Say hi, Dean.
Hi, everybody.
See, later you'll listen to that and go, oh, God, is that what I sound like?
I don't really sound like that, do I? I really don't.
Hi, Vicky. Hi, Maria. Wow, loads of you this evening. Hi, Tessa. If I missed anybody. Yes, and you, Horse. Yes, we know you're here too. It's all about you, isn't it? But yes, I'm okay. I'm just conscious that I feel like I've been bending about my joints, and I hope you guys are all right. I'm all right. My neck and my back are still hurting a bit, but I'm getting there. I'm glad all you guys are all right. Anyway, so yeah, as I say, bit of a story. So next week, I have got a single, like a little mini release for you, really. It's just one stamp and one stencil. And I'm doing them on their own because they kind of just don't really make sense in a larger bundle. And I thought I'm not creating other designs for you that are just for the sake of like filling out and making it a whole bundle for you. I thought they really are just standalone, this one stamp and this one stencil. And then I've been testing some things to kind of go with that. So that's still happening next week. And I've been playing around manufacturing some glitter pastes for you. You might have seen a couple of sneaky little peeks that I've done. And I've managed to do them, but I really wanted to, as well as the pastes, for you to have a couple of things with the option of a mat that I'm going to show you and some spreaders and some applicators. And I wasn't expecting them to come or for the ones that I tested to be okay so quickly. So good news is that I've been able to put together a little bundle for you of the two glitter pastes that I've now manufactured. Here I say in-house because it is literally in my house. And the applicator and the mat. So they're on the website if you want to have a look. But really today was supposed to be about the demo and then showing you them, and the pastes are going to be next week. But they are there. But please don't stress. If you want to just wait till next week and put them in your basket with the new stamp and stencil and just pay one delivery, it's absolutely fine. Please don't stress about it. I can just make more and get more of the other bits. There's really no rush there at all for you. Oh, hi Leanne, you okay? Oh, we've almost got a full design team here, haven't we? Hi Liz. So I'll start the demo. The demo really that I'd prepped and planned to do is not just about the glitter paste that I'm going to show you of mine. It is also about some general texture paste techniques. So we're going to try and do as many techniques as we can in the hour today, and then hopefully we'll come out with at least one card. But you'll also see some techniques just for paste in general. It's something that I love to use. And when I say that we've done our own, I've literally done two. And I have no plans to do like a zillion colours and all that kind of thing, because there are actually some brands of paste, whether they're texture paste or glitter paste, that I really love and I will still continue to buy. Glitzcraft being one of them. She does the most amazing coloured glitter pastes. And Ranger, I love their texture pastes, as in just the plain matte and the transparent gloss and things like that. But the ones I've made is because I couldn't really find anything else to do the job I wanted to do, and you'll see when I show them to you. That was a close call. My battery was on 2%. I know that feeling well, Tracy. Right then. So let's go to my overhead camera and then we can start the demos. Excuse me a second. Okay, let me just get this in the right position for you. I hope that's zoomed in enough. Oh, Horse having a lovely drink. Can you hear him slapping his chops? Oh dear. So again, as I've always said a million times before, if you've already got these kind of things at home, these pastes, these tools, whatever, fine, get them out. But also it might show you a few little things that either you haven't seen for a while and it gives you a reminder, or things that you haven't seen before, which is great. Is there anyone else I've missed? I'm really sorry if loads of you are joining and I'm missing. Dean's keeping an eye out for any questions as well for me in case I missed them. Right.
Yeah, yep, will do.
Tracy says, hi Horse, Bruno is saying hi. Yes, so I had to say thank you to Tracy. She sent Horse a lovely toy in the post and he has not put it down. I'll have to share the photo with you guys because it's absolutely amazing. He's got it right now, Tracy. He's sat by the back door trying to get attention. So this is the silicone mat that I was talking about. So it's like one of those kind of rubbery kind of sticks. I'm going to put it over my what do you call it? Grid mat. Mat, yes, a mat over a mat. The reason I'm doing that is that I like to see the grid, but I love that this I can just go up in the sink and run it under some cold water, and it doesn't matter how messy I get with my paste, I can shove that. So he's found the squeak, Tracy. We didn't realise for 2 days that there was a squeak in that toy that you sent to us. But hi. Is it a rat? Is it a mouse? I don't know. It reminds me of finger mouse. So this mat's great as well for ink blending because you don't waste any ink if you're doing it like I used to do on a piece of paper. Your paper ends up soaking up half of your ink, whereas you can move it around here. So I'm going to start off doing an ink blending technique and then use some paste over the top. Sorry, that auto focus keeps going crazy, doesn't it? I wonder if I can turn that off. I haven't done anything. Dean's giving me the thumbs up as if... Oh, have I gone off?
Yeah.
Sorry guys, one sec. That wasn't what I meant to do. I'm trying to find the setting for the... Oh, I can't find it. I'll have to find it for next time. I do apologise if it keeps going on and off. So this is one of my favourite colour combos. And because I'm doing a bit of ink blending, you know what I'm like? I like to... Why is it doing that? Sorry. Hello. Oh, it's gone completely blurry now. I didn't change anything, I promise. Right, let's see if it can... Is it because of the mat under the camera? Let's try that. Yes. Okay, so you get the idea of the mat. Who'd have thought something I'm trying to show you and then the camera doesn't like it? That's it. Does it do it again? Yeah, look, it's playing, I suppose because it's like transparent.
Lucent.
Translucent, sorry, yes, quite right. So it's portable, it's washable, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. And you get a little band with it as well, so you can keep it nice and neat. But yes, we're going to have to def that for the camera. Who knew? But this is my favourite colour combo, and I have put 10% off the inks as well on the website for you this evening, because you know anything I use I like to give you a bit of a discount on. Can you hear horse squeaking away? They are simultaneously squeaking them, Tracy said. Hi Bruno. That's so funny. Hi Joe. So I'm starting off with the yellow on one side. This will work with any yellow, purple and orange, but I'm using Squeeze Lemonade, Wilted Violet and Ripe Persimmon. Persimmon? Come on, Dean, you're the one that corrects me by my pronunciation of fruits.
Yes, dear.
I'd never even seen one until I've gone blurry again. No! Why does my camera hate me? Sorry, guys. This is the same camera as last week. Why is it doing that? How odd. No, I'm trying to bring things in and out to get it to focus. Better. Thank you. Turning it off now. Okay, thank you. Then in the middle I'm doing the orange. Hi Andrea. I always think it's funny as well when I'm looking on the screen now of what you guys can see. Like the colours look so much duller than in real life. They're really bright. So weird. And it's a HD camera. I thought it would be. Although everything's 4K now, isn't it? Can you hear him, Joe? Playing with the lovely toy that Tracy sent you. So I'll just go over where they meet with the lighter colour, and that helps them blend a little bit better. Again, it looks like there's more harsh lines on there than there actually is in real life. It looks much more blended. And then the purple, and when the purple meets this orange, it gives the most lovely deep colour. My favourite combo. I wish I'd have written it down the other day. There was a lady on Instagram. I don't know whether anybody else saw it. Leanne, you follow a lot of the ink blending ladies like me. There was a lady that she's done a whole video of her favourite combos. And she put a picture up on Instagram and it looked absolutely amazing. You like the Ripe Persimmon? Yes, I think you did, Joe. It's in the post. It's even brighter. Honestly, that looks quite dull to me on the screen, but it's really, really lovely. Yeah, and that looks way more blended in real life than it does on that camera. But you get the idea. Tropical beach, yes. Tropical vibes. So what we're going to do now is put some of the new gliss paste over the top. Let me just wipe down. Pause, please. My surface. And I have done one of these the same colours earlier on because I wanted to leave it for a few minutes to really dry off, because Leanne told me this little tip. So here's the one I did earlier, but same colours. She said just be careful if you're putting any translucent pastes over your inks, when you're stenciling, because she said sometimes it can pick up the inks if you mess around with it too much. And I thought, right, okay, so the first thing I need to do is make sure it's really, really dry then. And then the second thing we need to do is do it fairly, fairly quickly. So we're going to use the Superstar stencil from last week's release, which I know tons of you have got now. I'm going to pop that over the top. And should we have a look at these pastes now? So there's two different ones. There's a fine glitter and a chunky glitter version. So they're quite big pots, you know, because this is one I had from somebody else, which I now can't find. So a little pot of paste somewhere, like that, but smaller. No, don't worry. Basically, there was a lot of them are 30ml pots, and I just found them too small when I was using some others. And this isn't my paste is better than your paste, but I just wanted them to be bigger for you. So it doesn't look a hell of a lot in the pot. Looks kind of white. Don't be put off because that dries clear. A bit like, you know, when you're using your clear dry glues and they're white and you think that is never ever going to go clear, and it absolutely does. So I've got my spreader, which is in the bundle as well, or you can buy them separately. And these are silicone, and it's such a soft paste. And then these spreaders work so well. If you hate those kind of metally ones, I don't know about you, but I do. So it's doing a pretty good job at the moment of not soaking up too much of the ink, because I'm spreading it quite a lot and I can't see it picking up and moving all the ink colours too much, which is good. Maybe because I left it to dry for a decent amount. I'm not using a huge amount here, I've only taken a little bit on the corner of my spreader. And because these are flexible, you can really push down and get in those tiny little bits of a stencil that can sometimes be difficult with your flat applicators. So then I'm just going to smooth all over and get up any excess nice and gently, and that's going to go back in my pot so we're not wasting anything. So I'm going to use that little corner on the top. I'll show you the chunky one in a moment. Dean, you look like you want to say something.
No, I think people have answered it, but I know Joe was asking if the pastes are in on the website. So is it just going through what's in the bundle?
Yes. So sorry, Joe. Yes, for those of you that are joined a little bit later. So yes, they're brand new today. There's a bundle of a chunky, a fine. This is the fine that I'm using now. The silicone matte, which I had to move out of the way because of the camera, and the spreader you can buy in a bundle with 10% off for the bundle, or you can buy any of those items individually, and then there's 10% off the inks as well if anybody needs to stock up on those. Some of the most popular ones I've got back in again this week. So if I got that matte, that lovely new matte underneath, if the camera wasn't playing up, I'd just go and rinse that straight in the sink with my stencil. And then this can go as well, everything under the sink, no hot water. When you're playing with pastes, you do not want to set anything in hot water. Basically, heat's going to set it, isn't it? But think of it like if you put a heat tool over something to dry it quicker, it kind of sets it in. You still get it off eventually. I mean, you might have to use a bit of a scrubber and some bit of washing up liquid or something. But the thing is that you want to make it as easy for yourself as possible. Now this is going to take a few minutes to dry, and you can't see the glitter too much when it's in this state, as in it's still wet. The more you leave it to dry, the stars go clear and the glitter comes out. So we're going to leave that for a few minutes while we carry on with a different technique, and then hopefully when you come back you'll see it look like, I mean this is one just not over ink, this is one just on some grey paper. But can you see how it's a completely clear, glossy gel paste, and then it's got that holographic, you know I'm obsessed with holographic. So both of the colours, the fine and well, both of the paste, sorry, because they're not colours, fine and the chunky have got that iridescent look. Where's the chunky one? Chunky, where are you? No, that's it. I showed you on socials earlier. We're going to use this for a card in a little while. So that's how the chunky one comes out, with those big, oh sorry about the glare, those big chunky pieces. So this is with a mask, we'll come back to that. Let's let that dry. You can see it kind of fading and becoming more translucent as we're talking, can't you? My hubby just said, is that really a horse making that squeak? You should know by now, absolutely. Can you ink over the dry paste? Well, that's a really good question, because that takes me on to my next one, where we're going to play around and do a bit of that. I'll come back to the chunky as well. So this is just a plain, this isn't my paste, this is the Ranger one. Texture paste opaque matte. What I would say is, who asked the question? Blah, 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 blah. Just going back to the question. Oh my gosh, can't find it. Can
you ink over the dry paste? Would it resist
who was
the
that?
inks? That was Maria.
That was Maria. So it is glossy. So let's try it when it's set and see what happens. I know when you use these opaque ones, it can absorb some of it. So we're going to try with some watercolour and we're going to try with some inks. So we'll try with my one as well. What I wouldn't want you to do is, you know, pay money for a glitter one and then you cover it up. Like you say, you want it to resist really, don't you? But let's try it. Can you use a heat gun to set? Yes, you can, Vicky. What I would say is if you're doing very, very thick, because you're doing it as a mixed media project, but it's on card, I just find if, you know, when things dry themselves, you get less warp in your card. And I've tried not to make the paste too wet for you anyway, so that doesn't happen. But I do find things dry better on their own. They tend to, if there is a very, very slight, I mean, there's nothing on that anyway. That's the one I've just done. It's absolutely perfectly flat still. But when you do, for example, when I did the heart, because that was the really thick one, you might be able to see there's a very, very slight bend in the card. Should be fine when it's mounted on something. But I always think when you use a heat gun to set something, again, it's kind of setting it in that place. I find it doesn't settle as much. But in theory, yes, play around. Right, am I up to date with the questions? Loving the sparkle. Hi Gemma, are you okay? Oh, don't worry about being late. It's not a problem. So I want to try a couple of different things with these texture paste. This is just the matte one, like I say. I'm really sorry, Dean. Would you do me one more favour?
Yeah.
It's getting a bit dark, isn't it? Would you pop? Not the overhead, the side ones. Yes. Is that a little bit better? Is that too shadowy, guys? I think that's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so I'm going to try a couple of different techniques on this one and see what resists. Of course, I've got some water and I've got some watercolour paint. So I really need that my matte out now, but the camera just does not like it. So this is a tube watercolour paint. God, I've had these for years and years and years. You use that many. That little, sorry. So let's see what happens. Some of these I've seen demonstrated these kind of techniques, but not tried myself, so it's quite interesting. So I'm going to add that over, and like I say, this is the matte paste. And Gemma Hines on our design team is an absolute genius at mixed media type techniques. But I really think Sometimes we miss a trick when we're not using these in our clean and simple card making as well. So that's watercolour. Let's try if I was to ink blend with Watts. See what different kind of effects we get. That definitely absorbs. So we've got some resist there with the watercolour, but it tends to kind of stick to the edge. Hi Bev. Definitely when you go over with an oxide ink in your brush, that absorbs, and the texture on it is just amazing, isn't it, that you get with that? And then you wanted to see whether it would resist the glittery ones. Let's have a look. So that's the glitter, you know, the Super Stripes stencil? That's the chunky glitter, the chunky iridescent through that. So let's see, because it's a gloss base. Thought it might, but definitely not with that type of ink, unless we buff it or something after. You can buff out a little bit. I wondered if I had any kitchen roll, but buff out a little bit. Yeah, would you grab me just a one piece, just so I can test? Thank you. But let's try, be interesting with a water-based. It's quite good to play around with these things, isn't it? And just test them out. That's definitely resisted the main part of the base of the paste, if you like. Definitely more than the ink. Let's try with this, see if that buffs. Kind of, but I feel like you lose it a bit more with that one. So that looks to me as if kind of real water-based things. So you could use your distress inks, not your oxides, mixed with water, your watercolours, things like that. And that gives a really, really nice effect, I think. So thanks for asking that, because that's made us try that out a little bit more. And like I say, this was just a plain Ranger matte texture paste. Horse, please. Might be better just letting him in. He's doing his usual, I want attention, now you're doing something else. So, just a quick update on this. This is drying up really nicely. It's not quite 100% dry yet, so we'll come back to that. But it's drying and I can see sparkle coming through. Lovely. So. Yes, let me show you how I did with the chunky and have a play around with that. That's the heart. Remember the masks and stencils from the other week? So being as it's Star Week on our Facebook group challenge, we've got to try it with the star, haven't we? Excuse me, just having a sip of drink. Roxy, can you add colour to the paste itself like acrylic paint? Acrylic paint's probably going to be too matte and too thick. Shall we try with like some water-based ink, like either a watercolour or a distress ink rather than an oxide? Let's add it now and then we'll do it through our star. So this is where I really want that silicone mat now because I'm going to make a mess. So let's have a go again and see if we can get it. If I maybe just put it on part of underneath the camera. Need a piece of card. Just want to get everything together, sorry. So, and yeah, let's test that, Roxy. Do you have that paste too, Claire? Do you mean the Ranger one? I haven't got any of that in stock at the moment, but I can absolutely get some in. At the moment, all I've got on my website is the two that I've just sorted today. Pixie powders. Yes, so that was going to be another one that we'll have a test of in a moment. There's so many different ways, and I think having that translucent base, or transparent base even, so I've just squeeged on a bit of Distress ink, Salvage Patina, and let's try it with a bit of the chunky this time. So again, it's not very aesthetically pleasing in the pot. It kind of looks like cottage cheese. But we don't care about what it looks like in the pot, do we? We care about how it looks. So using this silicone scraper and on the silicone mat, I can mix and move this around as much as I want. Make it a really nice smooth colour. And see how that's coming together? Oh yeah. So I think the answer to that question, Roxy, is yes, but just do something water-based. So I wouldn't use the oxides for this because I think it's going to dull down the transparency of the base of the paste. I mean, it's not to say you can't do it, but if you still want that nice translucent glossiness, and that, of course, particularly with this chunky one, you want to be able to see those huge, they're like hexagonal pieces of glitter. You don't want to lose them. I'll just move this over a little, and let's try this through the star stencil. So again, when you first put it on, it's going to look pretty matte. You're going to think, well, it's not very shiny, it's not very sparkly, it's all in the drying. You can do it with as much texture, or try and do it, paste it lightly to get it smooth as much as you want, depending on what kind of look you're after. I don't mind a bit of texture if it's not perfect. I just don't want big kind of stripes from my spreader. Oops, dropped a bit of glitter. So like I say, that at the moment that looks quite matte. You can only see the glitter a little bit, but we'll come back to that. This is where I need extra spare pots because I do not want to waste any of that. I don't have an empty pot with me right now, so I think I'm going to have to wipe it off. But you guys can just get some, if you mix up colours, you can get some spare pots or something and pop them in. Pop your extra colours in. Oh, that feels awful to waste that. Right, let me clean up a bit and then let's test pixie powders. Is that the next one? That is what I'm thinking of, isn't it? Like, oh, I think it's slightly different. Pixie powders are like the coloured ones. I was thinking something like this, like a mica powder. That's different to pixie powders, isn't it? Hi, Sandra. Oh, thank you. I love having just a play like this, and then we'll see what comes out the best for our card. I'm making such a mess. It's okay. It's just looking at me like, what the hell is going on? I'm going to be covered in glitter for days. Right, so while that one's drying, let's have a quick cheeky check on that. That's coming out really nice. Yeah, it has soaked up. I would have probably gone in with, you can see the glitter in there still, but because of the oxide, that might be a little bit too matte to get the kind of shine that I'm after. So maybe Distress ink for going over. But still a good, nice shine on there. Right, let's leave the star to dry. I'm going to bring back this one because I want to try this kind of pearlescent mica powder on it. Yeah, I'm absolutely covered in glitter, Gemma. Glitter, ink. Let's get a dry brush. Here's a brush I never use. Anybody got one of those and then just never ever uses it? Let's come in a bit closer, see if we can get. starting to get dark now. Oh God, that's way too much. It's just kind of, no, I'm not a fan of that brush. Let's get a normal brush that I can actually use. So I want to see if that sticks to the, this is going back to that plain translucent one again. Bit of shit, oh yes. So again, that almost makes it like a pearlescent card with texture. Let's try it over the top of the dark side. Oh, that's pretty. Just made them stand out a little bit more. It's not really picking up the light here. The light's gone ever so funny now, it's getting dark. Great brush for splats. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I think that's a pretty cheap version. What do you do for like this? These splats? Right then. Okay, let's make a couple of cards. So I've got this background. The heart's definitely dry. The star I don't think will be dry enough for tonight. I've got a couple of sentiments done ready in my happy birthday die that's coming, well, it may be here for next week. Definitely it's going on the Herchanda Craft Store show on the 2nd of October. But if it comes by next week, I'll add it in. And if you're lucky, I might show you what the stamp is. And then I've got this hay that I've stamped out with the serif letters from last week's launch as well. Let's find one more background. Let's do a square one as well. So I've got a couple of 5x7 cards and a square one for this. This is one that I did earlier on, just on white with the fine transparent glitter paste. And I just love, you know, I love the kind of white background, clean and simple kind of looking card. But sometimes if you just feel like you need something extra, some texture or something like that, that just a bit of that paste through a stencil. I'm so sorry, the horse is going crazy. Oh dear. So we'll see. I don't even know what I want to put. I might end up just putting something on top of that. I don't know yet. Let's trim down this one. This is definitely going to be a 5x7 card, and so is this. So I think that might be trimmed down to size already. Yeah. Could you pass me the green trimmer there, please? Thank you. So I'll trim this down to size as well. Really good if he has one of these dental sticks.
Me or the dog?
Just trying to get him under control, guys. Sorry. Yeah, it's really popping, isn't it? I think it's kind of like soaked up some of the ink from the background. It's almost created its own colours. I really like it. Oh, of course. You are being naughty today. I've got some markers on my trimmer. If anybody else does this, of a particular kind of regular ones that I do. I've just stuck my finger in it. Regular cuts that I do, meaning the ones that do the width and the length for a 5x7 card for me. So it just saves me measuring every time. And I just mark them on with a Sharpie. But I just stuck my finger in the orange when it wasn't quite dry. So that should fit my 5x7 card now. So let's decide what we want to do with these. I feel like that needs something else. I might do excuse me a second. Oh my gosh, Ross, how much do you need to drink? Don't know what to do with that yet. I'll decide in a moment. This one's drying quite nice as well. It does take a little bit longer when it's like quite thick than these thinner ones. Hazel, I don't think she's on craft store till October. Yes, so it's booked in for the 2nd of October, the first show. So that's a Saturday. So it doesn't mean it's instead of me doing a YouTube like this and putting things straight on the website. It's as well as. So don't worry if you haven't got the craft store on your TV channel. I know Virgin customers can't get it, although you can watch it online on their YouTube, I think, or on their website. Sorry, I'm really struggling with my neck because I keep losing things and then I can't turn around. Just those scissors, please. Thank you. I'm normally, you know, you take it for granted, don't you? And you just turn your head quick. So I'm just popping this on a card blank. So yes, I'll be on the craft store 1 o'clock, I think it is, on the Saturday, 2nd of October. And then the following Monday, which will be the 4th, we'll do our normal Manning Monday, 6 o'clock, like we are now. So if you'd either rather buy from my website or you can't buy from Hochanda for whatever reason, or the craft store, then we'll still do both. So I've made sure we've got enough stock for both. So that's our lovely background. Oh, I haven't put that on very straight, have I? Oh, I'm not ripping it off now. Will the items launch on your channel? Just after, so it'll be the 2nd for the craft store and then the 4th on my website. So you know what it's like that I need to do like bundles with them and things like that. So the bundles and the pricing will be different. I know I have to do some quite heavy discounting through the craft store, so it's probably going to be your cheapest bet through there. But yeah, just to confirm, it's not this stuff that's doing. It's a whole new full collection, that is, but it will have the die in as well. Right then, let's do another one of these. Oh, I might do some splats on this one. Can we finish 3 clean and simple cards in 12 minutes, do you reckon? I think so. Oh, he's finally sat down now. Peace at last. Seems like pulling his hair out, I think. So I'm going to do this one with the big stars coming from the bottom. So the opposite of what we've just done. There. Still don't know what I'm doing with that one. Definitely the hay on this one. I like doing this with multiple cards at the same time, and then we can decide what we're doing. needs something else, and this needs something else with, oh, they're there, sequins. But let's do some splatters. Should we keep with the purpley theme? Yeah, why not? Let's use the rest of this. Who said it was their favourite colour? Was that you, Jo? Oh, yes, it would look fabulous with Christmas stuff. So obviously it's a bit late to do a whole Christmas collection, but I've got something in the pipeline that if I get to finish it this week and could be a part of a end of October, beginning of November release with these designs that I'm halfway through, where you can kind of use them for Christmas and birthdays. So just to give you an idea, it's kind of based around presents and checks and cakes and things like that. So it could, depending on your colours, you could absolutely use it for each. So it might not be, it depends how early you do your crafting for Christmas, really, doesn't it? So just some very fine purple splats. In fact, let's do some bigger ones as well. You know what, Tracy? I'm going to try yours. Well, okay. Dean's giving me messages. He's always got this look on his face like he wants to tell me something, even when he hasn't. Oh, yeah. You're right, Tracy. That fan brush is so good for splats. I knew it was for something. So that looks really cool with the glittery stars in. I'm really sorry with the lighting now it's getting darker, but it really is super, super glittery. So if anyone's joining late, we're doing some texture paste techniques. You can always go back and watch from the start. We're doing glitter paste techniques with fine and chunky glitter, which is launching today on the website clairemanningcreative.co.uk. And then we've just done some general techniques as well, testing out different inks, watercolours, all things like that, to see how many different techniques you could do with them, just in case you're joining late. I know exactly what you mean. So yeah, I haven't done a single Christmas thing yet. Jo, you're still in autumn mode. So I'm just using some foam pads trimmed down for the sentiment. So these really are going to be 3 clean and simple cards, but hopefully what I've shown you with the techniques is if you wanted to top that with some more stamped images and things like that, then you could absolutely do that and it would still look absolutely fabulous. And but it's just an idea for some backgrounds, isn't it? But they do look really nice as well for, you know, those people who don't really like fussy cards, or you don't really, they haven't got like, do you ever get asked for a card or you need to make one for somebody and you think, I don't really know what they're into. I just need to make like a really cool card, but without a massive theme to it. Really good for that. You all enjoying your sequins as well. So that's card number 1. Easy peasy. What size is the happy birthday sentiment? So the whole thing, let me just grab the die for you. If I hold it in my palm, the whole thing is 93 millimeters, which is just under 10 centimetres, isn't it? 9.3 centimetres. So you can see that on my palm. So that's a 6x6 card. So it's a really decent size. It's fine enough that you can get really nice detail, but it's not so fine that you just can't handle it at all. So that's number 1. Let's do this for number 2. I'm going to do the middle letter first. So this was with the lower case serif alphabet for last week, and I used the digi die. Cut that out first with the letters that I needed, and then stamped. I'm going to end up cutting these too big, aren't I? So let's try and get that. Oh, I should be using my grid here. I haven't got it out. Yes, Sandra, that's really important for me. I like to do your designs where they work really hard for you, so you can use them for male, female, child, adult. You know, you want ones that you use all the time and you get your value out of, don't you? I know I do. I know that's exactly what I look for. So again, really nice and simple. The colour is and the sparkle from the stars is the focus here. This glue will dry clear underneath my sequins. So once that's dry clear, that will be card number 2. That'd look really nice actually if I did maybe a strip of vellum underneath that, and maybe if I put the topper on straight, that might work. But again, really cute card for somebody where it's not a theme. And then this is that lovely heart. I still don't know fully what to do this. Let's just leave it white and black. Or should we do some splats on that? Yeah, why not? Let's do it for Jo and do some purple splats. Ooh, cute. The splats on the chunky looks really nice. So this time I cut the die out without this piece, just the main part of the die. And I cut it out 3 times, and I've put some glossy accents on top so it makes like a really cool embellishment. Is there a wish list option on your website? That's an amazing idea, Roxy. Not right now. I wrote the letters with the Sharpie pen on the flat side of the alphabet stamp so I could see which letter they are once they're off the carrier sheet. Wow, what an amazing tip. Well done, Steph. Oh, horse, please. You're getting naughtier and naughtier per week, isn't it? Yes, Roxy, I will have a look into that. See if there's a wish list option I can add on. There's a couple of things that I need to check out. Oh my God, were you actually winding up the dog then while I'm doing a live?
No.
You hear him growling? Says me forgetting my box and missing something. Yeah, I think you can add things to your basket and they stay there. I don't know whether it stays there forever, but I know it doesn't kick them out. It's not like when you do the TV craft channels and it kicks it out after like 20 minutes or anything like that. I don't know whether it'd save the stock, but I think it might sit in there and go, oh, it's now out of stock. But I really am trying hard to get to the point where things don't sell out super quickly, or I can get them in quickly again. It's not always convenient, is it, to have to just buy it on a day of release? I get it. I made an absolute mess today and I've loved it. Do you like these kind of videos where we just kind of try out techniques as well as doing cards? Hopefully they give you some ideas. We did one, didn't we? If you haven't seen it, check out the one with the super striped stencil as well, where we did how many stencil techniques can we do in an hour, and we did heat embossing and all that as well, didn't we? I'm going again with the sequins. Why not? Oh, horse, that's disgusting. Oh, that's... I don't know whether he's sneezing, whether he's being sick. God knows what he's sneezing. Jesus. Oh, that's good. It's giving you some ideas. Yeah, because sometimes you have these things, don't you, lying around and you forget. Oh, seriously, I'm going to kill him. So you think it's just a plain white card, but no. And that was through the heart mask, like I did the star one. Just getting there dry wise, but it still needs a bit longer when you do these big solid pieces. But that worked really well. Was that you, Roxy, that said about adding the colour? That's an amazing idea. Like a craft laboratory, yes. Well, you want to see it here on this table when I was doing all the testing of different types of glitter. Trust me, it took a while to get the right formulas of the different types of glitters and the texture of the paste, getting it right and stuff. But I've got my recipe now. Brilliant. Right, so let's have another quick look at the 3. Clear us down. So yeah, I still feel like that needs something. And yeah, it's not really showing the glitter as much as I would like in this light now. But so we did the fine glitter on there. And that one is the fine, and then that one was the chunky. So if you do want to have a play around with those, they're on the website now, clouthermanningcreative.co.uk. And let me switch back and we can say goodbye. Oh, thank you. Great hour. Right then. Glasses back on. I don't know why I keep wearing these glasses, because, hello, there is a massive scratch all over the thingy. What they're called? Lenses. And I need some new ones because I think I put them down, face down. Great. Oh, I'm really glad you like those where we kind of play around and stuff as well. Yeah, we ended up with cards this time, which is good. And I will post some pictures as well of those finished cards. Will you stop making such a... Oh, bless you. Let me kick the kids out to make space. Bless you. That's very, very kind. He's saying sorry, Mummy. I'm not sure whether you really say sorry for anything, but he's cute, and it's a good job he's cute, isn't it? Right, guys, I will let you have a nice, relaxing evening. I will be back on Friday. Oh, no, I said I was going to show you, didn't I? Sneaky peek. So Friday, if you want to see a demonstration of this one-off kind of stamp and stencil that's coming on Monday, I will be on the Crafting Together with All Brands group doing a demo for a full hour on Friday, this Friday. But yeah, I'll give you a sneaky peek. It's a flamingo. So you get 3 different heads and 2 different bodies, like a splatter one and a floral one, and then 2 different sets of legs, and you build your own flamingo. You just wait until you see the cards that the girls have done with these on the design team. They are stunning. So can you see what I mean though? It's kind of, you didn't need 4, 5, 6 different designs to go with that. But what you did need, or what you do need, and I've only done it as a mini one, is a stencil. Oops. You've got a pineapple, you've got a tropical leaf, palm leaf. What they're called again, Leanne? That leaf. She gave it a word. And a palm tree. Because I am not ready to let go of summer yet. It might be September. But I'm not ready to let go. And you know what? You can send someone a flamingo card any time of the year, right? So I'm going to be having some fun with that on Friday. Join in, and that will be on the website on Monday then. Have a great evening, guys. Thank you so much for so many of you watching today. It's been absolutely amazing. See you soon. Bye.